You know, in fantasy, we always hear those beautiful, kind of ethereal, elven whispers. But have you ever stopped to think, what if they're more than just pretty sounds? Well, today, we are diving deep into that exact mystery. We're going to try and uncover a form of communication that is so complex, it's almost impossible to fully understand.
And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? I mean, we usually think of powerful communication as being, loud and direct, clear. But what if the real key to unlocking these ancient secrets, this incredible wisdom, what if it wasn't in a shout at all, but in a whisper?
All right, so let's get into the alluring mystery of it all. What is it about these sounds that just pulls us in? We're going to explore why this language is so different from how we talk. And the difference is, well, it's night and day, really. Think about human speech. It's usually pretty loud, right? It's direct, obvious. We say what we mean. But elven whispers, they're the total opposite. Everything is subtle, it's layered with meaning, and it has this almost otherworldly vibe to it.
So why the fascination? Well, for one, it's the whole mystique of the elves, isn't it? These are ancient, powerful beings. Their priorities are just different. They're not rushing around, so their communication is going to be all about nuance and depth. Then there's that promise of hidden meaning. It's this tantalizing idea that if you could just understand them, you'd unlock these incredible secrets. And maybe the coolest part? It hints at a world where silence is just as important as sound, where what you don't say can be the most powerful thing of all.
Okay, but how does this whole whisper language even work? I mean, what's the anatomy of it? Well, it turns out it's not just a quiet sound. No way. It's a holistic form of expression. It involves so much more than just the voice.
The real key here is that it's a full body language. It all starts with their unique physiology, right? The way they can create sounds we can barely even hear. But that's just the first piece of the puzzle. The real meaning gets woven in through these intricate hand gestures, through the power of their gaze, and even the silent story their posture is telling. You absolutely have to read all four of these elements together to even begin to get what they're saying.
And you've seen this a million times in fantasy stories, right? Just think about it. A character leans in, whispers a few super soft words, and bam, a magical barrier appears, a critical secret gets passed along, or a whole prophecy gets set in motion. That is the kind of immense power we're talking about, and it's all packed into one tiny, subtle sound.
But, and this is a big but, with a language this complex, this subtle, the stakes are incredibly high. For anyone who's not an elf, trying to figure this stuff out, making one tiny mistake, misreading a single cue, can lead to absolutely massive, disastrous consequences.
And just look at how badly this can go wrong. An elf might give a subtle warning about danger, but a non-elf just hears a nice casual greeting and walks right into a trap. Or imagine an elf offers this gesture of deep respect, but it's seen as just indifference. That's a huge cultural insult right there. And maybe the scariest one? A binding magical promise, a serious oath, gets mistaken for just a fleeting comment, and suddenly you've accepted a pact that could change your life forever without even knowing it.
Now, I know this all sounds like it's straight out of a fantasy novel, right? But the crazy thing is, the principles behind this stuff, they actually echo in our own world. We use this kind of subtle, layered communication way more than you probably realize.
Think about something like ASMR. That's all about quiet sounds creating a really powerful physical reaction. Or what about subtext and sarcasm? The whole point is that the real meaning is hidden underneath what's actually being said. And of course, we all use body language. Our posture, our gaze, it's all telling a story without words. These are all basically echoes of that same kind of layered, subtle elven communication.
Ultimately, though, I think part of the magic is that we can't ever fully decode it. That's what makes it so alluring, right? The fact that some parts of their language will always be a mystery to us. And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. It keeps their world enchanting and always just a little bit out of our reach.
So that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. If a language this deep, this meaningful, can exist in something as quiet as a whisper, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What profound messages are we missing in the quiet moments of our own lives? What subtle gestures, quick glances, and unspoken words are flying right past us every single day?